Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about parietal bone, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic and schematic representation of a skull, and here the green color bone at the top of the skull is parietal bone. Now let's start the topic with introduction. Parietal bone is one of the main cranial bones forming a large portion of superior and lateral aspect of skull. It is a pair bone, meaning there is one on the left side and one on the right side. Together they contribute to brain function, cranial shape and attachment of muscles involved in head movements. Now let's talk about structure and location. It is located on upper side of skull. The parietal bone meet at the sagittal suture, running along the midline of the head. Their smooth external surface contributes to the rounding contour of the skull. Internally, the parietal bone contains grooves that house blood vessels, providing circulation to parts of brain. Their shape and location play a fundamental role in maintaining skull integrity and distributing forces in case of head trauma. Now let's talk about articulation of parietal bone. These bones articulate with several other cranial bones, including the frontal bone, as it articulates anteriorly with frontal bone. It articulates posteriorly with occipital bone. It articulates laterally with the temporal bone, and it articulates inferiorly with the sphenoid bone. Now let's talk about anatomical features of parietal bone. The parietal bone has distinct features that help define its role in cranial anatomy. The first feature is sagittal suture, that is a joint that connects the left and right parietal bones at the middle line of the skull. Next feature it has is coronal suture, that is basically a junction or the joint between the parietal bone and the frontal bone. Next anatomical feature is lambdoid suture, that is the boundary between the parietal bone or the junction between the parietal bone and the occipital bone. Next it has temporal line, that is curved ridges on the external surfaces that serve as attachment points for temporalis muscle, which is involved in chewing and head movements. Now let's talk about functions of parietal bone. Parietal bone serves several crucial functions. They are brain function, that as it forms the upper and lateral walls of cranium, and it provides a shield against external forces. Next function it has is cranial shape maintenance, as it contributes to the rounding contour of skull, ensuring balance and structural integrity. Next function is muscle attachment, that it provides ongoing points for muscle that assists in chewing and head movements. Next function is circulation support, as it contains grooves that allow the passage of arteries, ensuring blood follow to part of the brain. Next function is suture formation, as it connects with neighboring bone to maintain skull stability and support cranial growth during development. Now let's talk about clinical significance of parietal bone. Parietal bone are essential in head trauma assessment, since fractures can lead to complications such as intracranial bleeding and skull deformities. Conditions like craniosynostosis, where sutures fuse prematurely, can affect skull shape and brain development. These bones also play a role in surgical procedures such as craniotomy, where surgeons access the brain by temporarily removing part of skull. Now let's talk about conclusion of this lecture video. Parietal bones are vital component of skull, protecting the brain and maintaining cranial structures. Their connection with other bones, role in head movements, and involving in circulation make them essential in human anatomy. Understanding their function aids in medical studies, trauma management, and neurological research. And this was all about parietal bone. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.